Good morning and good evening, arm wrestling fans. Today we will cover three interesting topics. First one is Devon Larratt versus Dave Chaffee, a possible super match this year. Second topic is about Zaur Paizulaev's comeback after his bicep surgery. Third topic is David Dadikyan versus Alexey Voevoda. Is Alexey Voevoda going to make a comeback this year? How strong is David Dadikyan? Because recently he practiced with both Alexey and Denis Siplenkov. So let's start straight with the news, and please give the video thumbs up if you know you will end up liking this video, or you can wait till the end, then give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on how much you loved or hated the video. Disliked. You guys keep on telling me that hate is a very strong word. You should use dislike, not hate. I'm learning English. So Devon Larratt versus Dave Chaffee. I was live today earlier this morning. For the Western guys it will be yesterday, I think. So I was live with Paul Italia, and there he told us that maybe Devon Larratt will have another super match before his super match against Denis Siplenkov in October. So we have Gennady on May 6th, then we have Denis in October. Between that time there is a possibility for another match, because Devon is gaining weight for Gennady and he will for sure gain weight for Denis Siplenkov, so it wouldn't make much sense for Devon to lose weight and go down in weight between these two super matches, and there isn't much time between these two, May and October. Yeah, it seems a lot, but still it is not enough to go down in weight and come back once again. So Paul uploaded a video on his channel with Devon Larratt, and he asked Devon what does he think about a rematch against Dave Chaffee. Devon said that it may even happen, and it can happen sooner than we are thinking. And about this match, he also said that both parties have already agreed. Proposals have been made by multiple organizers, and both Dave and Devon have already agreed.
And I would see it happening soon, very soon. There's been some proposals already thrown out there, and I know that we're both interested. So
how does that go?
Oh, I'll beat him.
So it looks like this match may be happening this year. That will be amazing to see. If you want to know my detailed prediction about this match, few months ago I uploaded a video who would win in a rematch between Dave Chaffee and Devon Larratt if the match happens under strict rules and a 7x7 elbow pad, unlike a 7x9 WL elbow pad where it was supporting and favoring Devon Larratt's King's move. I will briefly tell you what I said in that video, and I'll also link it in the description. So Devon also said that people are complaining that if there were different rules, Dave Chaffee would destroy Devon. So he kind of wants to prove everyone wrong in this case. And I also do agree that different rules will play a huge role in this rematch. But still, I am favoring Devon Larratt. Devon said that he is 10 to 15% stronger now compared to what he was when he beat Dave Chaffee in 2019, 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. And I would say he needs to be that 10 or 15% stronger to beat Dave, because we have seen with a lot of matches between Devon, I can say, I think, and Michael Todd for sure, that this humorous decline position rule can play a major role when somebody is a King's mover. It can play a huge role, and especially when you have 2 inches to drag off the back of the pad, it makes the world of difference. Like, it is such a huge deal, I cannot even explain it to you. Now the pads will be shorter because those 7x9 pads are gone, and now the rules will be more stricter. If Devon's shoulder will go below the table, which most likely it will, then he will be called straight away for a foul. So these things will make a big difference. I think Devon wins that rematch, but I also think that the match will still look equally uglier in King's moves, straight arms, elbow fouls, shoulder below the table fouls, but towards the end Devon may end up grinding the match out. And I would say that Dave Chaffee still has some possibilities to pin Devon at once or maybe even twice, or maybe even win a round on fouls or something. Devon is a favorite in that match, but only a slight favorite. If we were to guess who has gained more in those 3-4 years, for sure it has to be Devon Larratt. He is bigger now as well. That time he weighed around 260 pounds in clothes. Now he's going to show up at 280 pounds, probably more muscular, with almost equal amount of fat. But during that time, Dave Chaffee was only starting his transition into becoming a fierce top roller. Before that, he used to be a hook arm wrestler. So it was only 1 or 2 years since Dave Chaffee started practicing his top roll in matches. and now he has many years of experience in that move. So I think it will be more dangerous for Devon Larratt. Now let's move on to the next topic. Zaur Paizulaev. He got injured. He detached his bicep tendon on February 11th. It was a weird position because all of the bicep tears that I have seen in arm wrestling or anywhere else, they always come up in this extended position. And Zaur Paizulaev was really tight. He was holding 70 kilos like that, and his angle was really tight. It was a 90-degree angle, and the bicep tore. That was some of the most weirdest, unbelievable things that I've ever seen in the arm wrestling world, of course. So a few days after that, 3 days after that, he had a surgery, and that cost him a lot. Probably $16,000 at the AMC tournament, which he already was winning 2 times in a row, and he was the heavy favorite to beat Vitaly and Silayev once again on April 2nd. I'm talking about the AMC tournament. So he lost those $16,000, and the popularity, it's not even about the money. Everyone started talking about Zaur because of these 2 tournament wins that he had there in Russia, in Chechnya. Now, winning that same tournament 3 times and proving everyone wrong, if there were any doubts remaining as to why and if Zaur is the #1 Russian in the world and probably the #2 or #3 arm wrestler in the entire world. Then he lost his Hermes Gasparini super match at East vs West 7 or East vs West 8. That would have been a big match, because imagine Hermes is stopping Devon in 2 rounds, and somehow Zaur Paizulaev, because I do believe that Zaur's style would fare well against Hermes Gasparini. Hermes would have to bring him up from here because of his immense side pressure, just like Dave Chaffee. If Zaur somehow beat Hermes, who just stopped Devon in the 5th round, then it would have been like really good for his stocks. So surprisingly, only a month after his bicep surgery, Zaur Paizulaev has already started working out in the gym. I like this way of giving injury update. Instead of just saying that on a phone, he was there in the gym grinding it out. I cannot say grinding it out. I'm getting way too overexcited after seeing his comeback in the gym. So he was lifting, which seemed to be a 10-12 kilo dumbbell, maybe 15. But that is good weight. That is not early rehab weight. So it looks like he has been doing that for quite some time now. Within a month, if he's back on the pulley, if he's lifting dumbbells, 10-15 kilos, whatever it was, then it looks good. People were saying that he's out for about a year, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And considering Zaur's injury, we can compare other bicep surgeries as well. Monster Michael Todd had a bicep surgery, and Pork Chop, Curtis Cameron had a bicep surgery. So we can evaluate how much these bicep tears and bicep surgeries, how much time these really require in order to recover and get back in top shape. I think by the end of 2023, we will have a very good data on this one. So I think he should start with a low level super match and not really a high level super match, because it can get difficult for him. And when you have such a high image in the eyes of the arm wrestling world and you lose a super match, a comeback super match, like just take a look at Alexey Voevoda versus Tim Bresnan. People are still making fun of Alexey after that match. So when you are making a comeback, you kind of should use easy super matches, but against famous guys. Like he beat Grigory Lyashchuk, which turned out to be an easy match for him. But Grigory was not a famous arm wrestler, so nobody really cared about that. So I will say choose a average, not average, but above average arm wrestler, and who is really famous. Who could that be? Who could that be? Somewhere around top 10 to top 15. You guys let me know in the comments who should Zaur face next. So now let's move on to our third and final news. Alexey Voevoda versus David Dadikyan, and David versus Denis Saplenkov. So Alexey is on YouTube and he already has about 2.7 thousand subscribers. He's looking really serious about his YouTube channel. He's constantly commenting on that. He's saying that he'll upload the quality of his YouTube videos, and he'll focus on short videos for now, 1 or 2 minutes. And he was thanking for 2,000 subscribers, which I think arm wrestling news and its viewers can take some credit from that, because Alexey, after 1 or 2 days of his channel launch, was at 360 subscribers, and I requested you guys to take him to at least 1,000, and as soon as the video dropped, 360 to 2,000 within like 1 or 2 hours. So thank you very much for that. So he practiced with David Dadikyan, but unfortunately they said that they didn't record the video. Difficult to believe, because arm wrestlers are known for hiding practice pulls and then telling the entire arm wrestling world that practice pulls don't matter. I'm telling you guys, you usually do not hide things from the world that don't matter. If you're hiding something, that it means it matters a lot. Somebody mentioned in my live stream that Alexey said that David Dadikyan felt like a wall. He was feeling really strong. And it makes sense. Yes, David also took some breaks, so he's not in his prime shape and his right is not as strong as his left. But still, it would be extremely difficult for Voevoda, who is just making a comeback after many years, to do something against someone of as high caliber as David Dadikyan. So we saw Dennis versus Dadikyan. When Dadikyan hit Dennis, like he was the one who is initiating the surge. He was able to take Dennis to here, but as soon as Dennis stopped him, he had nothing for Denis Siplenkov, which shows Denis's improvement as well. Because about a year ago, David was able to do a lot against Denis in those practice pulls. And now Denis is at another level. Easily, I would say top 5 in the world. So coming back to Alexey and David Dadikyan. Alexey is looking big. If we look at his biceps and forearms, they're kind of looking bigger than David Dadikyan, to be honest. And David Dadikyan, although he may not look like that, but he is the bigger guy. He's shorter than Alexey. He's probably 6'1", 6'2". Alexey is 6'4", and Alexey weighs 113 kilos. David weighs 116 kilos. So he's clearly the bigger human being. I think we are blessed to see these constant training videos from Alexey Voevoda. For sure, he's going to make a comeback. He was uploading these training videos every now and then, maybe once every 1 or 2 months, but it wasn't regular. Now he's regular, and he's thankful that the arm wrestling community is supporting his YouTube channel. And he mentioned one thing, vegetarian, man. I got confused. In the last video, I told you guys that there were some hashtags about veganism and vegetarian, both in his community tab, in his shorts description. So I thought he's still a vegan. Otherwise, why would you mention vegan in your hashtags? But now he cleared everything in two videos, to be honest. He said that he's not a vegan. He was a vegan for a very small amount of time. We heard Tim Bresnan say as well that he was eating cheese and everything when they had a super match in 2016. So Alexey isn't a vegan. He's a vegetarian, and he talks a lot about diets. He mostly talks about diets on his YouTube channel. So I think that's about it for this video. Like it, share it with someone who thinks like you. My name is Pradeep, and I thank you so much for watching.